You got moldy vegetables. You got decomposing shrimp just sitting out right there.
Defrosting.
And my favorite, there's an actual condom in that vat of soup.
It's a chowder.
I may never eat again.
That's Vince Vaughn in Bad Monkey, a new streaming series based on the book by best-selling author Carl Hiaasen. It's a tale that could only happen in what Hiaasen describes as, quote, a bizarre place called Florida. Lesley Stahl of 60 Minutes went there to see for herself.
I wonder how you would describe yourself. Crank, curmudgeon, crusader? Crank, definitely.
Cranky. Maybe not a crank. No, I think when you write satire, which is what I do, satire always comes from a place of anger, a sense of injustice about things. Satire has a target.
The cranky, crusading Carl Hiaasen has channeled that anger into more than 30 books. And now one of his snarkiest satires, his 2013 novel Bad Monkey, has been turned into a series on Apple TV+.
That's all they found?
Nah, man, the head's in the passenger seat.
If you're too grouchy to answer the question, just say I'm too grouchy to answer the question. You have to hit me with the head in the passenger seat.
We caught up with the 71-year-old Hiaasen in the Florida Keys, where Bad Monkey was being filmed. This is pretty amazing for you, isn't it?
You know, it's a little surreal because you're sitting in a room all by yourself and write it, and then alone, and you come here and they've had like 105 people on the set.
One of those 105 is the actor Vince Vaughn,
Why are we this way?
the good guy in Bad Monkey.
Inspector Yancey, I have a few questions.
What time is it?
Just past bathrobe time, so you're still good.
Okay.
You want to come see the set?
I'd love to. I'd love to. Here he plays the main character, police detective Andrew Yancey.
The house that from the front
Yeah,
is god-awful, but it's really just a set.
yeah.
But I think everyone's glad it's just pretend and not here forever.
I would call it a Key West egg yolk monstrosity.
Monstrosity, yes. And this is my house, Yancey's house.
Oh, perfect. Just a simple little bungalow, really.
It's been there for quite a while, right?
One theme in all of Hiaasen's writing is New Florida versus Old Florida, development versus nature. Not just bad monkeys,
No! Bad monkey.
but bad neighbors.
There was a dead raccoon in my house.
Yancey lives in a beautiful little home in Big Pine Key, and this mansion is being built next door.
It's blocking his view.
It takes away the sunset, everything. And that's all he lives for.
Broadly speaking, Bad Monkey is based on his own life in Florida.
Everywhere I went as a kid, went hunting and fishing and catching critters and all that stuff, is all paved over. It's all concrete now. But I saw it happening from a very young age, little 6 or 7 years old. And I was pissed off then, and I'm still pissed.
For 45 years, Hiaasen has turned his outrage into newsprint at the Miami Herald as a reporter and a columnist. You often railed against the paving over of Florida. The novel seemed to be an extension of that.
Yeah.
So it's all one piece.
Yeah, but it's all coming out of the same place, I think. It's the same fuel. I think you really have to care about a place to write about it. You have to care if it's going to be good. It's the overwhelming beauty of the place is what makes my characters behave the way they do.
Some of your characters talk about the beauty as if they're in a church or a cathedral.
Very much. For me, that's church. I mean,
it's spiritual.
It is very spiritual, and
Yeah.
you just turn a corner in a mangrove swamp, and all of a sudden, you see a beautiful spoonbill up in the tree or something. That's it. That's when you're reminded, like, we can't screw this up.
Hiaasen worships Florida's flora and fauna, but our own species, not so much. I love the words you use. I love them. So here are just some words I pulled out of your books. Greed heads, whore hoppers, pretty good. Pillhead fugitive felon. He had facial skin like Rice Krispies. Even you're laughing.
Well, I
Even you're
remember that
laughing.
line, yeah. You know, when they come to me is when I'm driving and I have a low threshold of patience as a driver, and I will use them as a salutation to another driver who perhaps...
Hey, you whore hoppers.
Yeah, yeah.
get
That's
that.
when they come into my head. And then I'll say, oh, that's pretty good. Where did I come up with? I'll put that in the book.
See, it's always anger.
Yeah.
Hyacin writes about a book a year, but Bad Monkey is his first to become a TV show. He's feeling good about it, even though 2 feature films based on his novels, Striptease and Hoot, tanked. Do you understand why those movies didn't really make it?
If I was handed a novel like mine with the subplots, I would have a really hard time adapting.
Yes.
The exciting thing about Bad Monkey is that it's a series. And you can do more backstory. You can do all kinds of things that you can't do in a feature film.
Another thing that's different about Bad Monkey is veteran TV producer Bill Lawrence. So you are the producer of Ted Lasso, the most popular show on television. You could do anything. You could name what you want to do. Why Bad Monkey?
I've been obsessed with Carl Hyacin and his books since I was a kid.
Hyacin's superfan, Bill Lawrence, told us that it was insane to do this with a real live animal.
Every time we come to a point that it says, and the monkey hisses or scowls, the monkey just smiles like that, and then usually we'll give you a kiss on the hand, you know, or wink at you, and you're like, you gotta be a bad monkey!
It's not just the monkey that caused a problem on the set.
I see one right now.
You don't. Tiny indigenous key deer, around the size of golden retrievers, kept stealing the crew's food.
Florida's the only place where endangered species line up for Dunkin' Donuts at sunset.
Hyacin hasn't gone Hollywood. In 2020, he wrote another novel, Squeeze Me, about fat cats and pythons slithering around the grounds of a Palm Beach mansion, suspiciously like Mar-a-Lago. And there's a character, a central villain kind of character in the book, who was a president of the United States.
You think?
Yeah. Well,
There's a resemblance?
In the book, yeah, there seems to be a resemblance. And Hyacin even co-wrote a song last year with his good friend and fishing buddy, the late Jimmy Buffett.
Things got exciting and the fish started fighting and poles were bending. Everybody loves a happy ending.
Whatever genre he's working in, you can always expect a funny ending.
I got a letter one time from a reader who said, I love your books about Florida, and I'm moving there anyway.